Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in Tuesday, March 26th. I said that there are a lot of important economic indicators this week and yesterday, and Bitcoin seemed calm and suddenly started to rise and even reached 70K again. However, I personally think that it will get correction from today's night at the earliest or tomorrow at the latest. This is because I've seen many corrections before important announcement. So let's begin. So this is a daily chart of Bitcoin, and as you can see, it broke through the 70K and the price is moving near there. And this is a very difficult position to expect whether it might go for highest place again or get corrected. So this is a dominance chart in today's morning. So with Bitcoin dominance, when Bitcoin's price increased, altcoins made an increase too. The drop of Tether dominance implies that assets are spreading to overall cryptos. And this is a Goya Dominance 1 chart, and it's about 40 points in 11 a.m. in South Korea. So the point is actually quite high. 40 is still quite high, but the dominance is keep decreasing comparing to yesterday, so you can expect a little correction maybe at the night. And this is a liquidation heat map for last 24 hours, and with the increase of Bitcoin, most cryptos increased and it's full of red, so they liquidated short positions a lot. So the total amount is $180 million, and it increased comparing to yesterday. However, it's not that much comparing to the past 1.6 billion, since people already are used to the bullish market. So I think they are not putting a high leverage or positions in the shorts positions. So that might be the reason why there are less liquidation comparing to when Bitcoin reached its highest price. And recent 4 hours in 10 a.m. in South Korea, it gave a slight correction and liquidated long positions. So this week is full of volatility, so futures traders should always be careful. And as I told you in the thumbnail, and also in yesterday, there are important announcements such as GDP or this initial jobless claims or PCE and even Powell's speech. So all in this 1 week. So I think there will be a correction by watching these main events, since the history tells you that. And I brought an article that is expecting a Bitcoin to reach even 83K. So if you see this graph, Bitcoin started to gather some power by moving in sideways for a while. And now after the breakout in record high, analysts say Bitcoin might reach 83K. So if this gathered power just break through the record high made in, when was it, February or March? So it will just it might rise all the way up to 83K. However, the reason for less liquidation is because, as I mentioned in the liquidation heat map, so people are not betting high leverage in short positions recently. So since the market was bullish about 1.5 months, so short positions are not that much right now in the market. And I definitely agree with the opinion that Bitcoin will rise continuously, but we must have a correction in order to make a bigger rebound. So instead of bearish market, we need a slight correction in order for the crypto to gather power and just rebounds all the way up. So I think finding a pressed time, so when it gives a downward press, I think getting that timing is a very important. And this is a Bitcoin's premium chart in today morning, about 11:50 a.m. So starting from yesterday 5 p.m., we had an L and L2 signal. So here LB and L2 and L all together and starting to break through the Goya line. And now it started to increase dramatically. So I think this proves that the power of premium chart, and Bitcoin is still moving above the Goya line, and the slope of the Goya line is also pointing upwards. So this slight S, I think that is not that important right now. These short signals get less reliable over the Goya line. But as I said before, this SB here, so with the long increase, and then if we have an LB, then it might create another long downward candle, and it's same in the opposite way. So please remember that while watching premium chart. And I think Bitcoin still has a power to increase more. So let's have a look for when there's an announcement. And now this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin. And yesterday I told you it was somewhere here. So somewhere here, right? I told you that it might reach all the way up to 68K, but it just passed that easily and almost reached up to 71.2K. So there are long positions keep gathering under here, so all the way to the 66K. I think correction will definitely come in order to liquidate them, but I don't know when. But the timing is important, right? So when it gives you a downward press, I suggest you to get a good position. For example, if Bitcoin drops all the way here to liquidate those short positions, maybe that will be a chance to put some long positions. Or if you are a spot trader, I suggest you to buy somewhere near here. It's because then it will probably rebound back up to these places if it's not a strong bear market. And this is a liquidation heat map for Ethereum. And Ethereum also liquidated short positions, just as same with Bitcoin, with a big increase. These are the long positions that have been liquidated. And now there are positions gathering around here, 3.5K to these area, 3,675K. I mean, not K, sorry, $675. So 3675 respond to the market between there, I think. But when Bitcoin increased recently, Ethereum is just moving as same as Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin increases, then Ethereum will also increase. This is a RSI heat map. So comparing to yesterday, it increased significantly and a lot of coins entered this strong and overbought area. And this means that they have a strong increase, but also we might expect a fall later since this overbought always comes down. So market can be expected little, but I suggest you guys to increase the ability to respond to the market instead of expecting. So responding is way much important. So use Goya Premium Chart well in order to respond to the market and practice trading. So this practice will make you perfect. Besides this coin trading, everything needs practice. So I suggest you to practice a lot with the Goya Premium Chart and then do a safe trading. So now let's move on to the Goya Premium Chart from now. So let's start with Bitcoin. So the current dominance is still remaining at near 40 points. And the Bitcoin score chart just went all the way down here. So now it's moving all over the 65K. I think that's because there are a lot of long positions gathered near here. So which I mentioned in the liquidation heat map. Where is it? these places, as I said just before. So I think the score chart is expecting a correction in order to liquidate those short positions. But now it started to jump up again, so it's moving around 71K. Yeah, it made a big jump all the way up to here and reached, where is it? Whoops. It's 71649. So it reached all the way up there, and now it fell. Now it's falling again. So maybe Bitcoin is preparing for a further increase. So I told you that Bitcoin definitely has a power right now to make a further increase, but before the important economic announcements, there have been a lot of correction. If you see the past record, so that's why I am keep mentioning about the possibility of correction. So let's have a look at premium chart. So I introduced already in the presentation, but it's just same. So starting from 5 p.m. yesterday, I mean not yesterday, when is it? It's Sunday. So starting from Sunday 5 p.m. we had an L2 and LB signal, so it was moving under the Goya line with an S signals, 3 S signals right here, but it started to jump up again, and now it's moving all the way up here, so it even reached to 712 in the premium chart. We can see that, and now it reached more just in this hour's candlestick. Now it's still falling back again, but I think Bitcoin is trying to reach these area once again and then make a correction maybe. I'm not sure about that. So let's have a look at support and resist line. So just this place where this long candlestick made, it was 71639 or something. Yeah, that line will act as an resist line. So, and then it will probably try again the record high. But I think reaching a record high, it's possible if the announcements made in this week is positive. If those affect positively in the crypto market, it will probably try back up to the record high. But if those announcements affect the market a lot, then it will probably get a correction. So always keep that in mind. So watch out for the important economic announced time. So the support line is here, 66K, where it started this long increase. So if it gets resisted by this place again, and if there's a correction starting from this night or tomorrow, then it will probably drop all the way down to here. So spot traders might try some DCA in tactic in these places, or maybe futures trader might try short positions up here, but I suggest you to not do that. I just failed a lot with the futures trading, so always be careful with the futures. And this is Ethereum, and the score chart also seems it is moving under the Goya line right now. And maybe Bitcoin increased. So yeah, with the increase of Bitcoin, Ethereum also tried to reach 367. Where is it? Let me check the price. So it's here, 3684, and it tried to reach back up again, but I think Ethereum's trading volume is way much smaller than Bitcoin. So this place, 3684, which I mentioned just here, this hour's candlestick's highest point, is acting as a resist line. So there's a huge gap between here. Can you see that? This record high 408.991 and 98. It was in March 13, 14. Yeah, 12. I mean, 2nd. What I'm saying, March 12th. So there's a big gap within resist line. This is because it dropped significantly starting from here. So these areas quite a difficult place. So I think using these lines as a support line. So if this breaks through this resist line, then this place might act as a support line. So use that in that way. And just like Bitcoin, where it started a big increase, is a first support line, and then second support line all the way down there. Now let's have a look at Ripple. Ripple is having a hard time right now. So the score chart went all the way down to comparing to the market price. So we had an LNL2. It increased all the way up here. So it even reached 0.66, but it failed to have a further increase right now. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's not that following the Bitcoin. It's relatively very small. But since it's moving over the Goya line, there is an S signal right here. But if there are no significant short signals, and if Ripple does not break through the Goya line, then it still has a possibility to break through, since the Goya line slope is also pointing upwards. So this place is today's highest point, acts as a first 1, 2, 3 resist line, and these places 0.7 is acting as a further resist line. There is also a big gap here, so if the Goya line increases all the way up to this resist line, then it will be a turn to meet these lines. But right now it's not that easy to go up there. And the support line is near here. So yesterday's somewhere where it started a big increase. This place acts as a first support line and second support line. Yeah, Ripple is quite difficult right now. Ripple is always difficult, but I always say that use Ripple as a long-term portfolio. It will definitely increase in future, since Ripple is Ripple is a very useful coin in our real life too, so it will get more important later. And Dogecoin was doing very well, so it had a rebound all the way up here, and now still it's moving over here. It's 0.18. So with the Bitcoin and Ethereum's increase, most cryptos are having a increase right now, so they are moving over the Goya line. So if there's no other significant short signals, I think expecting a fall is quite difficult for a while. So I suggest you guys to check those resist lines very carefully. So if Dogecoin increase back all the way up to here, then it will probably, you guys have to decide whether it gets fall again or rise again. So take a careful look at the resist line in this bullish market. Not bullish, yeah, but maybe bullish. So yeah, thank you for listening to the briefing, and I hope you guys to have a safe trading today and successful trading today with the Goya Premium chart. Thank you.